EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Southern Hemisphere and the historic city of Sao Paulo, Brazil. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Throwing first play is Herbert. Short throw to Disley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end. Herbert now. Short throw to Disley. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Mike Pennell with the tackle.
1 yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 50, here's Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And now here comes Kansas City.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Deep to return is Darius Davis. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the 1st, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in?
Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And they'll wind up taking possession inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Harrison Butker.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Mike Pennell in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play.
And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
Here's J.K. Scott now. On for his 2nd punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. Now Remigio. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A quick throw caught by Rice. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run here with Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Give him the completion. No gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. And Xavier Worthy from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Chargers 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Oftentimes, broken tackles are his specialties. And put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try to get him down, weren't they?
You don't want me out there, I promise you. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On the out route, he finds Johnston. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Back to Hampton on 1st down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Will Dissly from 8 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with.
Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense set to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he will have the Chiefs' 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
2nd down and 4. They go play fake. Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Steele. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Chiefs, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A handoff now for Pacheco. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Stuffing him behind the line there. That's Deion Henley. Really nice play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8.
Chiefs 17, Chargers 9.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. LA set to take over again on offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Morgan. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Charger drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Chris Jones on the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Harris running straight ahead. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. That one complete to McConkey. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burpo?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On first down, it's Hampton. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Not quite enough for the first, almost. Give him 9 instead, so that leaves him with an enviable 2nd and inches. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
20-yard line.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2, tie it up, go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelce. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
45-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Now here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
First down. 1st and 10.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2 yards on the pickup.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Butker's kick here is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with a sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Short throw to Disley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Here's Herbert. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure.
Under pressure, they got him again. Chris Jones dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
And got his man complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Up the middle, it's Hampton.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Hampton.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Finds Johnston.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring him back within a point.
So the 3 points there, CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Butker's kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted. Now a run with Pacheco.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. That is caught by Rice for a Kansas City touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Short throw to Disley. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Herbert now. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes.
Open man right side is Rice.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's complete to Brown, right side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mahomes now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now it's Mahomes again. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on third down to keep this drive alive.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mahomes takes it himself. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Only a few.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Try with Pacheco.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
61 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles? And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
First and 10 at the
Well, partner, I know
44-yard
this
line.
type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going. So they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Hampton will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Second and goal from the 1.
They'll try again. And he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Herbert, third and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Lad McConkey from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
Able to slither by.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And some space here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes is going to run the option left. Powers through. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Trying to take this home. They'll run.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Herbert and the Chargers down by 11. A little under a minute to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Herbert going to throw.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sideline? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Short throw to Disley.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Herbert.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.